To Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Wald. And for those of you guys that are new here, just to let you know, I started doing this to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for all survivors to share their journey from all across the world, and also bring on experts in brain health to share their knowledge with us. So this morning we have special guest from Tom Salud's Real Life Redo, Salud Salinda, and Chandra. If you all, I'm sure you all know Chandra, and she's here, and we're going to be just having a great chat about what we're doing and what, like, it's kind of like an update. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel called Let's Talk Stroke, and hit the notification thingamajiggy, the button, and then we will go ahead and get started. Okay, Zane, nice to see you. Aubrey, nice to see you. And Marcy. Oh, and Salud. I thought you were going to be here today. Oh, well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
Hello, everybody.
Also, nice to see you, Chandra and Salud. You're here. I thought you were on the screen here.
I just put the comment in. I know.
I figured that out. But, okay, now I see everybody. Yeah, so how are you guys? What's new?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you, and good to have you here, Chandra. And it's nice that you put off your grocery shopping, right?
Yeah, perfectly.
Awesome. Good. Can you see the comments? Hey, Brad, nice to see you. But for me, I've been doing a lot of therapy, a lot. I mean, like 3 therapies 2 days a week, and believe it or not, I'm going to speech therapy. And when you go to speech therapy now, Paul, nice to see you. I'm getting screwed. I think I'm.
Paul.
Hey, Lynn, I think I'm getting worse because of my speech therapist. It's kind of, you have to be there. Nice to see you. I'm trying to butcher the name. So, Salud, what do you have to say this morning, since we haven't heard from you?
Well, because I'm not going to talk over you or Chandra, I know to zip my mouth too. So, and then I don't see the comments, but oh well. Hey, now I do. And Aya King, I met her in Anaheim at the Dolphins Cove, and she is from Farmington, New Mexico. So, and great to see you also. And anybody else that, oh yeah, you said, because I don't see the little comments. See, there's this.
I see them all.
Yeah, but that's okay. So I am on my iPad. That's why. And once we came on, so some of you know, I am living the nomad lifestyle. So my routine is I just go from timeshare to timeshare. And that's where I met Aya in one of the timeshares in Anaheim, even though she's from New Mexico and I'm from everywhere now. So yesterday I was on the road again from Sonoma. And it only took me about a little over an hour to get here to Napa. So that's my routine, and my routine is every morning, get up early usually, and I am getting my head into the right position, and I am standing right now with doing a qigong move and squatting. I'm not, look.
Wow, that's a lot of work to squat for a while.
It builds my muscles and balance, but I don't suggest to do it right away, especially if you have not done it for a while. That's why I do give some pointers when I'm on.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Oh, Jerry, I saw your post yesterday with you doing the arm thingy, the machine. Here, wait a minute. There. You were
Yeah,
doing right arm. Oh, I'll do it with my left because then
I've never done that before, and it's funny. I've never seen that. But they wrap my hand, on a plate, and
yeah.
wrap it in it, and then you shove my hand in there, and they wait. There's a big weight on the other side of it, and you have to control yourself but you know the range of motion. Wow, does that really help? It's unbelievable.
And with your subluxation because that was your right hand arm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I saw that the therapist was guiding your arm.
yeah, trying to help it up more because it's not the
Yes.
strongest, but yeah,
And why it's really important when people are working on different, my finger. Here, I'll use my, I talk with my hands.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, and then like with Chandra, I know she's been working on the different things, with her memory and with speaking and everything else. So Chandra, why don't you share with us your routine?
I started a couple weeks ago. My support staff at the um she has a membership there and a person to go with her. So I did there a couple weeks ago, and I haven't gone last week, but I did like fits of treadmill, and then I did and I was so the first day, but I'm going again Thursday morning, and then we are going to start too. So my walk has been about the same, so we'll work on that. But other than that,
good for you. Good for you. I'm proud of you that you're doing that. Junior
yeah,
and Jeff, nice to see you guys. Um, but yeah, it's great that you're doing that. Instead of just like, because that pandemic really screwed me up. The 2 years of just being complacent, not doing anything. But now back to therapy, it's been awesome. And I do swimming in our community pool on the weekends. Um, it's funny. I post those videos just to see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And I can see it. I can't see. I can see. I think I'm lifting my right arm up out of the pool. And when I look at it, it's like dragging in the pool. Sometimes I try to muscle it up, but
And that's why I suggest, videotaping yourself. And then as far as when you said the pandemic screwed you up, it didn't mess up with our schedule with Tom. Okay.
right.
And that's what I want to share with people because some people cannot and have not the ability to even go to therapy because of whatever insurance they're with or they have no ride or whatever, and they can work on it at home.
Yeah.
And there are so many things that are available to be able to work on whatever you are, but remember too that it is your journey. Not if somebody is doing all these weights and fasts and everything, then it's you guys waving at the people and
Yeah.
you
Love it. But yeah, keep talking.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I think Chandra, you were saying something about the it's Planet Fitness, right? And somebody has
yep,
a gold, whatever it is, and they can bring a guest.
yep.
Yeah. So that's great. And I see some people now on, now I turned my phone sideways. So that
Absolutely. And
comment.
Dawn, I see you watching, Dawn and Scotty. You're in Hawaii. Look, the pictures you're posting are amazing. So just thought I'd throw that out there, Dawn. But you
Oh,
know,
you, Don,
what's that?
Don, who?
Don McLeod. Remember Don and Scott?
Yeah,
Yeah,
up here.
they're in Hawaii.
I know, but where do they normally live?
In
And they come up to Napa. They're
yeah, it
close.
was still, yeah, I'm not sure when you get home, Dawn, but I know that they're in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Don and wife and husband,
yes,
and that's Dawn, Dawn.
absolutely. Yeah,
See, I remember.
I know. See, you remember.
Oh, so yeah, I'm in Napa right now, up until September 11th.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny. Is that Laura? You hipster, or that could be John Loomis. He calls me hipster. So, but it only says Facebook user.
What's up, hipster? So yes, it could be.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
I think,
these are
yeah,
also.
so it's quite the journey. But you know what? Like, Salud, there's no excuse for me not to do anything. You know, during that pandemic, I should. You know, we're home a lot, and I did start out doing stuff around the house. But remember, I broke my hip, so I left the hospital, and I couldn't walk. I left in a wheelchair. So
Impede you from using your arms.
what's that? Oh yeah.
Impede you from using your arms. Just like with Chandra practicing and listening and and working on her speech and stuff, and then not being able to go to therapy maybe, and because of the membership, with because there is a cost. And
Right.
so with the different memberships,
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway.
And I do notice that Chandra, you are speaking so much better since you've been doing on Salud, Tom Salud's real life redo. Hey, Brian, nice to see you again. I just want to say, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's Talk Stroke. Also, Sharon, nice to see you. Love this, but yeah, it's you are speaking so much better than from when you first started. I don't know if you see that, but or you feel
Yeah,
it.
I do, but it's hard, like, at work, it's hard for me to get it out, and I start off on Salud show. I've been practicing and stuff, so yeah.
Very good. Right.
It's
So we talked about this, Salud.
Yes, yeah. And so there's a lot of people in the chat, and if we keep on, it's like, okay. But and I suggest anybody that's in the chat to put in your routine, because whenever we're on any of these, and especially since we're going to be talking about routines and stuff, put in what you're doing. And because it's great for other people to come on afterwards and might not be able to hear, but they can read, or if they can hear but not be able to read, right now they might be able to hear it and be able to put in your comments later on when you have the time. Put in what you're doing, right, Jerry?
Yeah, absolutely. I know. My routine has changed just because of my therapy. I'm going Tuesday and Thursday for 3 hours. You know, speech, PT, and OT. Maybe not be in the same order, but it's really good. And I did bring. If you ever watching Tom Broussard, I brought his aphasia book to my speech therapist to see it. So Tom, you have to rewatch this. Yeah, I know, Chandra, yeah, see, I agree, 100%. Chandra said, or
Sharon.
Karen, you sound so good, you're doing great. Awesome. And Facebook user, um, John, 5 hours at work, 16,000 plus steps before 10 a.m. Wow, that's amazing.
He done the video or something with him moving the lumber,
Yeah.
holding it. And I think, John, you're the one that has shared that you're the one-arm mechanic and also whatever, and climbing the stairs at work to move that. And boy, is that a workout. But he also is careful and doesn't get cocky like, somebody that I knew from before, like Tom, my cocky man. Let me just clarify this here, because yesterday I did do an Instagram live uh, when I got my unit here, but normally I'm in the other end of this building, and they put me in 2310. And when the gal told me to do it, and she's a sweetheart, but anyway, she said 2310, and I said, oh, wow. In 2015, that's where Tom had his stroke.
Right.
He goes, oh my goodness, should we move you? I can move you to another unit. And I said, wait, I always request 2321 and 2322. And that's where he made his peaceful transition. I said, don't move me. And somebody took it wrong, because I did name that one Scene of the Crime. But that
Yeah.
was Tom's thing about it when we came back in 2016, 2017, whatever, our second wedding, 2016, our second wedding anniversary when we came here, but we were in 23, 21, and 22, and he called it the scene of the crime.
Right.
And that, I always say, you know what? Instead of saying something was awful, like the pandemic screwed me up with doing therapies and stuff, it's what, take the blessing of whatever is coming along. And I told her, I said, no, Tom is here with me. And he made sure somehow or another, because she had me set up for 23, 21, and 22.
Right.
But somebody messed up and didn't read the notes and put somebody in there. So they're going to move me on Monday, the 8th. But I said, Tom is letting me know that he's here this anniversary.
And it's okay.
As a blessing. I did not take it as, oh my gosh, it was Tom's words that said scene of the crime. He had a really good sense of humor. So it's finding the silver lining in everything and not looking at it as, oh my goodness, that's where he had his stroke. That's where everything started with our journey.
Right, right.
Anyway, so I wanted to clarify that here, because if anybody's on Instagram and watches that video, I did title it Scene of the Crime, but that was Tom's words.
Right,
and I
right.
being put into this unit, I would never have been put back into this unit. But this time around, it would be our 8th anniversary, August 10th, 2310.
Wow.
The 10. And August 10th, right?
Yeah.
And this is where it all started with our journey.
Yeah. I'm quite the journey, and you're still carrying it. You're still carrying on. Carrying on the legacy. Tom Salud Real Life Redo, doing the same thing.
I could just say, "Oh no, no, I'm still living the life," and that's why many of you, I stopped looking at my phone. Many of you that have had any adversity come through, like a stroke, TBI, whatever, hasn't stopped many. And then with Chandra at work, some of her customers being very impatient,
Yeah.
learning, Chandra, right, to stop and take a deep breath, and then thanking them for being patient. turning it around on them because hopefully they'll realize they're not being patient. But just say, thank you for being patient while I am getting my message out to you or something, because if you say that enough, it comes out as it's okay. Everything will be fine. Right?
Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It is kind of when you do have a disability, or even if you really don't. But like Salud, you've had your share of like not falls, but incidents like with a brain injury, right? Which you still do. No, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I find people when you're out there in the world trying to talk to people. This is for me, and I can see that someone is. I'm not talking really well. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I can see them just look at me. And I figure, okay, I know this is not going well here. So, um, but I just deal with it. You got to a point where now, you know what? It is what it is. I know what to expect.
And even with your aphasia, because it does not go away, you just learn how to keep on moving forward with it. And yes, sometimes you might forget, or else you start stutter stopping, with your talking, but it's okay. And I have not had a stroke. I do not have aphasia, but because of the different head injuries, sometimes I can't think of words.
Yeah,
And so I'm really slow at getting out whatever I'm saying. And if it's with friends that get impatient with me, and they're friends, they're still friends. But if they start getting impatient, and I know they are, I said, "Are you in a hurry?" It's okay. I'll stop talking.
yeah, yeah,
You take forever. It's like, okay, hey,
yeah. But you know what? It does.
waving at the people,
Yeah.
and
Good morning. I love reading it. Renee Salud. Yeah, absolutely, Brooke. But you know what? Jana, nice to see you. But if you do, it does improve the aphasia. I mean, I noticed that like with me, they're teaching me to talk slowly and look at each word. Sometimes I just don't even. I kind of graze over it and don't. That's where it really screws you up. At least for me. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own unique journey, um, as we know. But yeah, so the improvements. Yeah, I hate it's different for everybody. Mine, some are slower, some are not so slow. But
and while I'm remembering, um, Yvonne Campotera sent me a message this morning. So, and I always say prayers for everyone, because whatever anyone's going through, whether it's chemo, radiation, and any kind of pain and hospitalizations,
oh yeah,
whatever it is, it's everyone needs prayers. And so the thing is Yvonne did send a message saying her brother, I believe it was her last brother, just passed away. So she will not be. She
just
does
today.
go watch replays and everything, but and that's where this community is very supportive,
Absolutely.
and then also we're very careful with scammers, and but be careful. But anyway, yeah, prayers. May Yvonne's brother rest in peace.
Absolutely. Yeah. Prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do want to say one thing is I don't know if you saw Mike Peters' comment. He had a fall yesterday morning, really upset him as reality of how vulnerable he is, but starting new rehab next week. Good for you, Mike. Not good that you had a fall, but that you're going to rehab.
And you know what? Thank you for reading the comment, Jerry, because you saw it. I did see it now on here.
Yeah.
And because the more you do say and read it, because they're helping you at therapy, and even with Tom and Salud's real life redo, people have heard Tom's progression with his speech, and when you interviewed Tom and I when we were here in Napa, July 14th,
Yeah.
2019. And Tom was talking, but it was sometimes very garbled. I could see you going like this, trying to listen to him and be concentrating. And then sometimes I would pipe in and translate.
You
But
did?
time from July it was 2020. You know why? I remember that's when I started having Tom repeating the poems that Yvonne Kemp Pateras wrote. And then in November, I had some kind of memory with him repeating the poem. And it was so much clearer just from him listening and repeating.
Yeah.
So anything that all y'all are working on, anything that you're working on, think of the strategies that you're learning from the different shows, but remembering that it is your own journey. If somebody is lifting weights and running, and I mean, I can walk miles. I'm slow, but I also pay attention to the weather. Like Stephen Albright,
Yeah.
shared that he hadn't really been walking because of the heat and the humidity in Ohio. And I just suggested, hey, hold on to something or walk around your house. Do the exercises. It doesn't stop you just because you can't go to therapy, Jerry. And therapy doesn't just the days that you're 3 days or 2 days at the therapy. It's really doing what you're learning
Yeah.
and doing something every day, doing those moves, because those therapies are going to end.
Exactly. So true. And I see Sharon, and this is exactly what my therapist said. She says she has to slow down her talking when I'm having trouble speaking. It's funny, just so you know, my therapist recorded what I was doing. So, okay, say it a little faster and then talk slowly. And when I hear the recording, it's like, wow. I mean, you can see how so different it is.
And is she recording you on her phone so that you have the recording?
We didn't. She put it on hers, but yeah, she said to do that.
Yeah, because I did have Tom, and this is for anybody. In 2016, we had him holding his tongue, saying something that the therapist that we had coming to the house, holding his tongue, and we have fun with it, with whatever you're doing. Just like Chandra is definitely having fun. Hopefully, Chandra, doing the coming on. She's very consistent with coming on to the different shows or whatever she's logging into, but also she's got work. So it's hashtag replay, even here, but the thing is, Thomas holding his tongue. And then we said, okay, let go and say it again. It was still garbled, but you could hear the difference. And then Chandra has been coming on sometimes when I can have somebody come on with me, because I usually have just one person. And she always says, I'm available to either say the poem or the ending. And it's really apparent that she has come on because she can say the whole thing.
Right.
And
But
you did it.
sometimes I mess up.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, and it's okay because it's work, and that's why it's like being able to relax and know that we all make mistakes and might not be able to repeat everything, and because I told my students, I said, hey, if you do everything and could do everything, I'm not needed, and so that's exactly the same thing. It's as adults, we have these filters that, oh no, I can't do that because I made a mistake. And instead, Jerry, you've been doing this. I know you're reading right now.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, actually, I wasn't. I was looking. I was looking at, actually, I was looking, trying to figure out where the exact, I mean, I see the camera. I was looking for the camera. Where, am I looking straight at the camera or not?
And you're having fun, even
That's
on,
all, yeah.
because some people think they have to be perfect, even on these shows and stuff, you know, and it's okay. You know, we were with somebody before because you know, I'm very conscious of the placement. I'm not going to go like this.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I do like all the, you know how I am. I love, thank you, Mike Peters, that you're beautiful. He says, I got to look at this comment here because Brooke, no,
I see it.
practice, can you see it? Practice, practice, practice every day. Like when I am cleaning, I will talk about what I am doing. For example, I am going to wash the window. Brooke, are you doing it with the affected side? Because be good to know that. And I love, what's that?
With her saying I am and saying what she's doing, she is working on her aphasia in
Yeah.
that case. And then with cleaning, doing her everyday stuff around the house, she's working on using, hopefully, the affected side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be a must because that's why we're doing therapy. It's easy to do the, you know, this side. Um, yeah, this is yeah, I like when you first said that, Salud. Tell us your routine or something. And I'm starting to see a lot of the comments as far as routines, you know? Rune.
The routine,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes this thing is weird because I see that there's a lot of comments on the side, and when people are on YouTube, and remember, subscribe to Sherry's YouTube, Let's Talk Stroke, and subscribe, and then hit the little bell and get all notifications, even if you cannot be there. Just like Simply Obs, I've subscribed, but she comes on very early in the morning for me. And a lot of times I miss that, you know,
Yeah.
the live. And so, and I understand when people cannot come on to your show, mine or whatever, or to anybody else's. It's more of, you know, everybody should be doing their exercises or having their life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you work. Does it change?
Dude.
Chandra. I said Chandra.
Oh.
What?
Your schedule of work. Is there a normal schedule or?
Um, it, it, so, so it's like I have, well, it's like, cause, we are down 2 managers and, we are done. We're not all store now, but like more manager. We are struggling for uh other stores are struggling for cashiers. So being out with that. So like the schedule just depends on stuff, but I love an amazing boss. So
Good.
So your boss is amazing. That really cool.
Mhm.
And then also with your schedule, being able to shift along with that. I know you've come on some of the shows when you're at work, you're in the group.
Mhm.
So, but it's also even here having a conversation, being able to realize you're and coming on, and even when you're doing your lives or coming on with me, is knowing that the community is very, very uh, loving, and being able to
Mhm.
have that confidence, and that realizing that you don't have to say everything fast. It's just taking that breath and looking and saying, and it's okay, because you're filtering. A lot of us will filter in our heads first and thinking, oh no, I'm messing up here, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And being joy what you're sharing, and hopefully people that when they come on, and that you share this link with your friends and family, and you actually even share it on your own page, because you never know, and just say, hey, watch this all the way through. I am on it. Or you can get some, never know who we're helping. So you're doing great, Chandra. And I know it was all of a sudden just, and something, I'm just going to give you guys a hint. I know you're waving people and doing this, but if people are on and talking, it's distracting. All of a sudden you're, oh, okay, should I be looking at something?
Yes.
Jerry?
Well, here's one. No, I'm multitasking, and Lynn is saying, has anybody ever tried earthing for pain after stroke?
What's that? Can
I
you
don't
put the,
know.
can you put it on the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. See if I can find it. There it is, right there. Can you see it?
Earthing for pain after stroke.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's familiar. It's familiar.
Pain. It sounds, and if it is a supplement, I don't know, or if it's a therapy method, because when I used to have a lot of pain because I do have degenerative disc and fibromyalgia and all that, and they did send me to pain relief center. They actually had me doing, and somebody shared this on your show before, is Feldenkrais. So I'm actually going
Yeah.
to Google earthing, because unless Lynn can let us know what earthing is, because I'm sort of, and I know some people are marketing oils and supplements and stuff, but the thing is, and like Dr. Aaron Sullivan says, watch out, because if
Yeah.
you're on meds, some of these supplements can be good, or these oils can be good, but it might have a different effect on you if you're on different meds. So earthing.
Yeah. It looks like couple. Lynn, Deborah, grounding to the earth barefoot, and then Lynn is saying it's when you are close to the earth. I don't want to feel dumb, but I don't really know what that means, because I'm usually,
In shoes.
oh yeah, I can't walk without my shoes. I mean, I can.
And I actually ran for a while on these other, because, many years ago, people would run barefoot, but also, I've gone to Sedona because of the vortex and the
Yeah.
energy. But also here she's saying it's being close to the earth. I couldn't find it right away. But then also I saw something earthing debunked. So sometimes it might work for somebody, but it is being able to, whatever and I know a lot of people that are going through trying to get better from a stroke, from anything else. There's so many things out there that might not be good for you.
Well, Sharon is saying they can contradict your medication. Yeah, I mean,
The oils and the supplements, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
what Dr. Karen Sullivan has said. And that's what I do know, because you have to be very careful if you're
Yeah.
taking high blood pressure and you're taking some kind of supplement that might be good or herb or whatever, and then it's actually increasing, or the blood thinner, increasing the blood thinners and all that. And you go, oh my gosh.
yeah,
And even cause a stroke or a heart attack, so the thing is really, and I don't know. So did you put up the comment that Lynn had said of what? Yeah, earthing shoes, grounding, top.
yeah. Just like being barefoot outside, and then other comment here that says just sitting barefoot in the yard for a while to get energy. It helps. It is an ancient remedy that truly helps.
That, Lynn? Jerry,
What's that?
is that from Lynn, what you just read?
Well, the first one Lynn said like being barefoot outside. Then the second one I read was from Deborah. And but
Oh.
just to change the subject, if any medication that you're taking, what I always, even my doctor prescribes it, I actually go to the pharmacist. And I've had so many, my neurologist told me, take this for, what do you call that? Anxiety. So I went to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist said, no, this will make you have seizures because you're on other medication.
Right.
So I stopped taking it.
Pharmacist that knows.
Oh,
But
yeah.
With barefoot, I'm always taking my shoes off. So yeah, I'm grounded, but earthing, no. And it is true, going outside.
Oh, yeah.
Because even if you can't walk yet, or, because Tom was in his wheelchair, but it was really important to go outside and get the sun for the vitamin D and everything. But also with Qigong, which I do, we would do it on the outside when we were in Sedona. But
Right.
a lot of times if I'm inside, I try to face the sun. And then what I was doing earlier was actually, it's an exercise, but I can stand with my feet out, and I don't recommend this for anybody that doesn't have any balance yet. But Tom would do these seated outside, and then having your arms out like this, hands out like that, and gathering the energy from the
Yeah.
sun. So there are different things to do. And that's why when you're sharing something like that, explain, because some people might not know how to find out that and what it's doing for you. So anybody that's coming on afterwards, because these are on the page, Let's Talk Stroke, or Strive for Greatness, Let's Talk Stroke, and all these videos are there.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't go away. They're there.
Yeah, for eternity, unless of course Facebook just says, you're gone, or
Yeah, exactly.
that. I mean, YouTube is changing some things too, so.
Yeah. A lot of you are all talking about being in the pharmacy business prior to having a stroke and all that. But do you ever deal with that, Chandra? Like having to go to the pharmacy if you're prescribed meds or anything?
I've been to pharmacy to get meds, but I haven't heard what talking about. But
Yeah. It's it's something I deal with now all the time, because I'm always talking to my pharmacist, but I don't have new meds. I do the same stuff I've always done. But yeah, so
Yeah, and my point with that also was because many people are marketing oils, supplements,
right.
and really the thing is, and I used some oils with Tom before, but some things, and I was using some, and I'm allergic to pine and stuff. And I thought, why am I getting bronchitis? And then I looked and I thought, duh. So I stopped, and guess what? I haven't had bronchitis since I stopped using those oils.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, but it's definitely really important to know that you've got to check it out. And then of course somebody market something and say this is the best. It's the best. And of course if they're with a company, yeah, it is the best.
Sure.
Some are, snake oils, like what Dr. Kara's, you did it again.
Well, Robin Martinez. Robin, nice to see you.
Robin Martinez, our Ohana from
That's it. Yeah, been talking. Yeah. This is good, yeah. Sharon, I try to get off all meds, many meds as possible now.
That's
I
Sharon.
want to.
Yeah, and she shared, the things that she went through. And that's why everybody's story is necessary, and I say that because I had that little thing from my company.
Yeah.
And Robin Martinez, you haven't said
Hi,
hi to me?
Robin.
Or me. Everybody has Chandra there on the list here.
Oh, and I know, and that's why, later on we can go through the comments if,
Oh yeah.
like and whatever. I I miss a lot sometimes just because it's actually a full-time job.
For the comments.
Yeah, you guys are great. It's really wonderful to have the comments. And I don't know if Stephen Albright is here because he, it's some of the quotes that he shares. He'll look whatever the conversation is going on. He'll look up a quote and share it,
Right.
and it's so helpful. And even with Yvonne Campoteris on Instagram, and then she does share it on Facebook also. Um, she's got quotes, the poems, and I did share something that she. Okay, now I'm focusing on what you're laughing about.
Well, Robin saying hi, Jerry. Hi, Salud. Missing you. But she already said hi to Chandra.
I know, and then she goes, oh yeah, they're commenting about that. It's
So good.
have fun with the audience out there. That's why everyone out there, it really does help the flow of whatever, the live is, because when was it? Last week, Thursday, on mine, it went for over an hour because we were just having so much fun. But, and I say, hey, I understand when people have to drop off because they do have life,
True, yeah. Yeah, and Robin says, yes, I was saying exactly that, Salud.
I don't know what were you saying? I don't know.
Very healthy to talk amongst each other. Yeah, Sharon, I agree 100%. It's very healthy to talk amongst each other.
Yes, because the thing is we're not separated at all.
No.
We're connected, and I with other people that are not in this community at all.
Right.
And so it's really being able to create those relationships and keep in touch. On Sunday, I had dinner in Sonoma in Windsor with somebody that I had graduated with in when did I graduate? 1970. I graduated in 1970 from high school. But and he's married, and they lived in Elskander for quite a while. They have 3 kids, but they moved up here to Windsor, and we had not been able to get together. I did see them at the 40th, 45th high school reunions, but that was years ago already.
Right.
But here we are, and I said, hey, I'm up here, and he goes, how about getting together for lunch on Sunday? So, and even with Robin, how did I meet her? How did I meet you and Barb? It was social media at first,
Yeah.
but you guys said we're going to be in Dana Point in August 2019, and Tom and I made sure we were there, stayed at the same hotel you guys were at. It wasn't one of my timeshares, but we were there. And I know I'll meet Chandra one of these days, and look at all the different community members and wherever I'm going, so we may be set. Oh, look at you. I know you're looking at something. Why don't you just put it up? You have the control of the message.
Absolutely. Uh-huh.
Don't keep Chandra and myself in what's that called? Suspense. Yes, Sharon. And look, finding out your story and everything. Some days this community is just a boost needed to clear the muddy waters. I love what Stephen will come up with, because the muddy waters. Yeah, who wants to be in muddy? But having the boost of being able to be connected with people.
Right.
Exactly.
So true. So true. But let's see. So it's
You're
been
ready
a good.
to curb, huh?
What's that?
You're ready to kick us into the curb.
Oh, no, never.
Off.
Oh, yeah, I can do. Okay, yeah, good chat. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Marcy, have a good day as well.
Yes, Marcy from, where is she from, Jerry?
Hey, I'm not playing this game.
Where's Tom Broussard from?
Yeah, Maine. I know that.
There you go. She was yeah. And she is fighting aphasia, and she just shared that she was released from speech,
Yeah.
charged and she's been practicing,
Yeah.
and she did come on to a recording.
I saw that, and you should be very proud of yourself with that, because her and I not chit chatted, but messaged to be back on the show, because she's amazing to see the progress.
Everybody's amazing, Jerry.
You didn't exactly. I know. I know. I was going to quote that to a movie, but no, a lot of people probably won't know it. But
what movie?
When you just said that about amazing, then they say, "Oh, even this wonderful Jerry is amazing." I can't think of the name of the movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll think about it or remember it sometime. But yeah, so it's been fun.
Yes, it's been nice having Chandra here and realizing that it's okay, to speak and might be doing the stuttering or whatever, but just stop, and it's okay, and actually look at the camera, and when Michelle Renee used to be able to come on and chat with me and be on live, she did have a thing, replying. Well, I don't know what the sometime is. I don't know what that comment's about. Jerry.
I just put it up.
I know you're just putting random comments now that don't make sense to anybody, because it's.
So sad.
I know it is so sad, Jerry.
But
look at Jerry from, and I know it was before 2019 because we met
before.
And from that time, being able to have that confidence and being reliable, consistent, and and having a time that you would come on. So we all know you're going to come on usually, unless you say, hey, I'm going on vacation with the family. I'll be off for 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever. Yeah, that's allowable. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is we know that you're going to be usually Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Time. And whatever time zone in the world anybody is in, they should look up, you can Google, okay, what is 10 a.m. Central to wherever you are? And it'll tell you, you know.
You do the same thing.
Or if you subscribe, it actually will tell you what time it is on your time.
Right.
Yeah. So Chandra's got mine and yours and some others. She knows, and she put it in her calendar, Chandra, or what? How do you do it?
On my phone.
On your phone, so you have it like an alarm clock or in your calendar?
Calendar, I have it.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yes, and that's it, yeah, and it is 4 minutes to.
Yeah, and I do the same thing as Chandra. Same thing. Everything's in my phone.
Yeah, and also with me, I have it in my paper calendar also. The things that it's actually a planner. The things that are really important and everything that are non-negotiable, I put those in. And this is one of them. Although Jerry always misses mine, but that's okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, Cheryl Wiblin is here in California, and I had to always try to figure out how was I going to remember. Here's a hint. How do I remember things? Because you all think I have a great memory. And I kept on having Cheryl in my mind down in Orange County. And then I realized, wait, her name is Sher, and she's from Sherman Oaks. So then that triggered my crazy brain on how to remember where she's located.
Yeah, that's great. That's good how you associate all these things with everybody. You're good at it.
Job, Jerry. My
Hey.
association.
I'm trying to remember one thing here, but you know what? I had a great time, and I know it's getting close to the end of the show today. But,
Yes, and I have to find my watch charger so I can charge my watch, because I do track my walks and my moves and my stands. So if you're seated, even if you have no balance, Tom really did get off his bum a lot, and being able to stand, or else I would help him.
right.
So every hour, Jerry, you need to be standing and getting off that bum and getting away from the computer and all the messages that people send you, because you are the world famous Jerry Wald.
So funny. Well,
I love Stephen.
me too. But any last words, Chandra?
Thank you for everybody that was here today. I hope to be on again. And thank you for the lovely comments and go for your dreams. Always praying for you. If you need something, let me know.
Awesome. Yeah. And Salud, anything for you?
I've been gabbing the whole time. No, it's definitely just live, love, laugh, live your life, and go from whatever. Just like look for the silver lining in anything that and done anything to some people think to your life, or actually somebody shared, something's happening because it's a payback or because they didn't do something. It's, yeah, wow, world famous.
I had to throw that in there.
I love that. No, somebody, Paul Cummings actually said that to Jerry all the time. The world famous Jerry Wald. But the thing is that something doesn't happen because you've done something that didn't follow along or whatever. Things just happen. It's how are we responding to those things that happen? And what are you doing to keep moving forward, forever forward in your life?
Yeah.
And just staying connected. Yes, some people talk about depression. I have clinical depression. And I know when I'm going into the deep funk, and that's why I'm always out there, because I don't watch TV, because I can be a couch potato at that point. And and not be happy. So it's really knowing that things happen, and just like with Mike Peters having the fall,
Been there.
and you with your hip, okay, that shouldn't have stopped you from doing your other stuff, and so anyway, whatever anybody's going through, whether it's health, chemo, radiation, another something with your body, whatever it is, it's just keep on. And having the belief and faith that you are capable.
Yeah.
You can do it. Instead of saying, I can't do that. Well, you might not be able to do it right now, but guess what? If you keep on doing something, then you are going to be able to do it, whatever, even if it's just moving your baby finger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right.
This is my baby finger.
Well, yeah. No.
So Jerry, what do you have to say?
Well, I want to first thank you both there to being on the show here. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate all the comments. That really, when you're involved, it makes this a lot easier. But again, like you say, everyone, be positive and, keep busy. And I can't for now. I say take this T out of can't. So.
Yeah, but that is in the positive. I can't for now.
Right.
But I will be able.
You will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it again, and this has been fun. It always is with both of you. So we'll see you. What?
I'm teasing, Jerry.
Oh, no, I couldn't hear it. What was it? Yeah. So, can't remember. So anyway, for now, Stephen, for now. So, I can always love it, Robin. So, all right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we are going to sign off for now.
In 25 minutes, Tom and Salud's Real Life on Facebook.
That's what I was going to say. On Facebook Live, Tom and Salud's Real Life Redo will be on in less than 30 minutes. 29 minutes after the hour. Oh, sure. Yeah. Wherever you are. It's just like 25 minutes.
30 my time, but
Yeah.
whatever.
25 minutes. So.
Love you guys.
All right. See you, Stephen.
Bye.
I said, see you. Funny. I love it.